Apologize for the delay. Thank y'all for being here. Really appreciate it. Personally, I think we have some very exciting news, some openness of what's going on in the city. And Andrew Klinger did this. Our city manager created something like this at the legislature, working with his staff and for state government. And he's brought it to the city of Reno and improved on it, and him and his staff. And so it's really great. And I'll tell you what's going to happen over the next few months with all of our openness. You're going to really like it. And so at this time, I'm going to turn this over to Andrew Klinger. Andrew.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And first I have to say thank you to the mayor and council for supporting this project. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to do this. I also say that the city council and the mayor have always supported open government. To that end, all of our, as you know, all of our council meetings stream live online. We've traditionally put our financial statements up online in a PDF format. We've put our budget up online in a PDF format. But what we felt is we wanted to do even more. We wanted to go beyond just having a PDF document online. Really what we wanted is something where citizens could go and engage with the city of Reno and look at the transactions that we have. And so what we're announcing today, first of all, is that we're going to have a open government web portal where we put together all of the different data sets that the city has and make those available to the citizens. And what we're doing as well is we're also adding our online checkbook. So basically, as the city writes checks, citizens will be able to go out there and look at that checkbook. But to me, it's not just a matter of putting that data out there. You really have to put it out there in a format that the citizens can review and can go through. Just putting the data out there by itself is not enough. We've also created an open government team that will include staff from various departments within the city, as well as citizens from the Hack for Reno event that we had, to look at what are the other opportunities out there within the city. Is there other data that we have out there that we can share and that we can put online? We will be the first city government, first county government in Nevada to post a database that has an online checkbook. No other local government in the state has that currently, so we are the first. We developed this project. You know, the mayor gives me credit for it, but it's really not me. It's the team here at the city of Reno that did this project. And I will say we did this project entirely in-house. We did not contract out for any of it. We used existing staff and existing resources. And I do want to make sure that we recognize the individuals who helped make this happen. So I'd ask them to stand up right now so that they can be recognized. Christy Fifelski, Daniel Johnson, Pat Messer, and Scott Kozad and Robert Chisel are the ones that really put this project together and make it work. And I really think it exemplifies the can-do attitude that we have here at the City of Reno with the employees. You know, we gave them this project less than 6 months ago, and they've been able to put together what I think is a fantastic project. And they are working already on the next phases of this. And today we're going to go through a demo of the open checkbook, but I want to give you just an idea of what's also yet to come. The next phase of this will be payroll data for the city. So it'll be pay and benefits for all of the city employees will be posted online and updated on a regular basis as the online checkbook is. Once we are done with phase 2, we'll then move on to phase 3, and what we're going to accomplish in phase 3 is posting all of the agreements that we have online for the citizens. And again, we're trying to produce these in tools that make it easy for citizens to access this data. So right now I'd like to go to the website and just do a quick demo of what the staff has put together for the City of Reno. To get to this website, there's actually two ways to get there. It's Reno.gov/open or transparentreno.com. Either one of those will get you to this website. And this is the portal that I spoke of. This is the portal that has all of the data that we've currently identified that's available for the public is on this first page here. So you can see the online checkbook, and we'll go through that in a minute because that's the new piece of this that we're introducing today. But in addition to that, we have business license information, police and fire call data, our green energy dashboard, our wind energy data and mapping, and our GIS map server data. So the point of this is to bring all this data into one point where citizens can interact with this data. We even have an opportunity where applications, mobile applications, are being developed based on some of this data. And we really want to continue that and encourage that sort of activity. What I want to show you now, though, is the online checkbook that's been put together, which is right here. So when you first come to the online checkbook, and again, this is interactive, you're going to be able to drill down literally to the very transaction that takes place at the city. So when you first come to this screen, it defaults to the current fiscal year that we're in. You can also see fiscal year 11 and fiscal year 10 data as well. And we update this website every Monday. So every Monday you will have the previous week's transactions included in here. So if you're looking at fiscal year 12, it is up to date through last Friday. We also have the ability on here to pull up a list of the vendors that the city does business with. So if I click on this button here, it brings up a list of all of the city's vendors, pretty long list. We do have the ability in here as well to be able to download this data, and as we go through, I'll demonstrate some of that as well. So if we go back to the main page, the next button as we move to the right here is vendor by fiscal year. So we can also pull up all of the vendor payments that we've made in the current fiscal year to date with each vendor listed and the amount. The other nice thing about the way this has been laid out is you can actually sort on the amounts that we pay to the various vendors. So you can see the first vendor that pops up on this list, if you sort it by amount, is the Public Employees Retirement System. Those are the payments we make to PERS on behalf of the employees. You can see IRS and taxes. This website also gives you the ability from here, you can actually go into each one of these vendors and see more detailed information on, if I go into the granite construction, for example, you can see which departments this information came out of. Now you can actually, and I'll go back to the main page, we can actually even get down into more detail on this. Here's the export component that I spoke of. You can export the data in various formats and bring it into an Excel spreadsheet or a database to do outside analysis if you want to do that. From this page, you can also do vendor searches as well. So if there's a particular vendor that you want to know how much the city has made in payments to, you can actually type that in. So if I type in AT&T, for example, and do vendor search, it brings up a page that lists, and we actually have AT&T listed under several different vendor numbers in our system. But from here, if I go to that vendor number, in that case, so let's go to the top one. There we go. It shows you how much we've paid to AT&T just in this year under that vendor number, and then it gives you the various departments that those payments were made from to that vendor. So again, going back to the main page, here you see the data listed by department in a summary sheet of all the payments that the city's made this fiscal year. Now, what this allows you to do as well is go into various departments. So if I go into Public Works Department, it'll then give me the next layer of the expenditures in Public Works that totals this 25.7. So I can see how much goes to capital projects, how much goes to facility maintenance, paint and sign, and so on and so forth. But it doesn't stop here. You can actually go, if I go into the paint and sign level, it breaks it down into the various components of those expenditures, unemployment insurance, supplies, and even from there, you can go down and see it at the next level, which gives you down to the vendor information. And then from there, you can even go down to the various transactions within each one of those vendors. So it really gives a lot of information. And again, we've tried to put it in a format that makes it fairly simple for citizens to go in and review this data, because obviously financial information can be very complex. And so we're trying to put it in a format that really makes it simple for the citizens to go out there. And really we want to be open and transparent with all of the transactions that we enter into at the city. And so everything we do as far from a writing a check standpoint is on this website. And like I said earlier, the next phase of this will be to put this same type of data out there, but have it out there for employees' pay and benefits. The other thing I should mention is that this export is available on all the different levels. So depending on what type of information you wanted to have access to, you can actually export that at all those various levels that I went through. So with that, I'd be happy to open it up to any questions. I know Councilwoman Sferaza would like to make a few comments as well, so maybe we can do that first, and then we can take some questions. We do have some laptops set up over here that we'd like to, if you want to sit down and sort of play with the website and go through it, we would be happy to do that as well. So Councilwoman Sferaza, if you'd like to come up and make a few comments.
I think our city manager and mayor said it all, but I just want to thank city staff. What you guys did was tremendous, and what a great job. And I think this is even different than transparent Nevada in the sense that this is all going to be real time. So when people, as Andrew mentioned, every Monday this is going to be uploaded into the system, so everything's going to be current. So it's just like having your own checkbook, looking at it online, so you'll be able to access the city's checkbook online, and that'll be open to everybody. So again, just great job by our city manager. This was a priority for the council, and just want to thank him and all the staff for the great job. We didn't have to go out and do a contract on this, so it was done with existing resources. So thank you very much. You guys just deserve a big round of applause for what you've done.
Okay, we'd be happy to take any questions. Our timeline on the payroll data, it really is within the next 6 months. The team's already working on it as we speak, so within the next 6 months we'll have that data up.
And when you say agreements for phase 3, what does that mean?
Agreements is contracts that the city's entered into. Any of our contracts, we want to put those up online so that the citizens can review the contract data. Sure.
What kind of demand did you guys hear about prior to this that led to building this?
I don't know if we heard about specific demand, but it's really more about us, I think, wanting to engage the citizens to let them know, look, this data is here, it's available, we want you to have access to it. So I wouldn't say it's in response to a demand, but it's really a priority of the mayor and the council that we make this data available, number one, and more importantly to me is that we get citizens engaged in actually reviewing the data. Any other questions? Okay.
If you guys want, we have the laptops, and I also brought an iPad. That way you guys can kind of play around with it, get some shots with that, and then we can do some individual interviews as well.
Thank you.